Mathieu Van der Poel, but still, the bonus seconds, like you say, he's going to chip away at that. And I think, was it 2022 where we saw Tadej Pogacar very good in that first week, and then it kind of flipped when we got to the Col de Granon. Yeah, maybe that's what Vingegaard and Visma Lease Bike are hoping for. What do you think of the Mont Ventoux stage? Because last time they went up it twice, and that was the first time we saw, well, Vingegaard and Pogacar doing Mont Ventoux, and they had a bit of a ding-dong battle there.
Yeah, they didn't know. I was where Vingegaard dropped him. Do you remember that? I was dropped.
I still don't know. I still don't know.
It was like technically dropped. Like there was space between them, which was caused by Jonas riding faster than Tadej. So I guess that technically does mean dropped.
Fair enough.
But he ended up coming back anyway, didn't he? Like Tadej got back on his wheel on the descent, I think it was. And I'm excited to see what's going to happen on the Mont Ventoux stage. It's a very flat day before then, so I actually think that kind of similar to, do you remember that stage which Michał Kwiatkowski won a couple of years ago? He won it. It's basically just any stage where it's just like a flat day and then just a climb at the end. Sometimes the GC teams don't control that. Even though it looks like a nailed on GC day, they sometimes let the break go. It was up like the Grand Colombier, I think it was. So it's hard to say. The bonus seconds might get taken away there, but does a single climb day suit Tadej more than Vingegaard? Like, does Vingegaard do better when there's more calories being expended throughout the day? So maybe it favours Tadej a little bit more. I mean, he's always very good on, say, like Jebel Hafit in the UAE Tour. So he seems pretty good at those. But then again, the whole theory of he isn't very good on days where there's multiple climbs, big climbs in there, was shot out the window on stage 7 of the Dauphiné, where he resoundingly won on a really, really difficult day with like almost 5,000 meters of elevation in less than 150 Ks. So I just don't see where Tadej's weakness is for this race.
Well, that's very true. Obviously, he doesn't come alone to this race. He comes with a team. And obviously, we don't have confirmation right now who's in that team. We saw the Dauphiné. We both said that. Very, well, not weak team, but just not a mountain specialist climbers up there. I mean, you had Pavel Sivakov in the team. But I mean, they seem to do the job. He didn't really need any team that much. Well, they set him up pretty neatly with Tim Wellens and Jonathan Narvaez. So they did their part. But now for the Tour de France, he's getting a care package shipped in from the Giro and right now, and from the Tour de Suisse, I guess, as well, if you want to mention that as well. But right now on the start list, so the long list, we've got Tadej Pogacar, obviously, Joao Almeida, Adam Yates, who we know is super strong, Pavel Sivakov, Mark Soler, Tim Wellens, Jonathan Narvaez, Doma Novak, and Nils Pollitt. So that's the predicted team, or like the long list. No Miguel Biao in there, but who would you put in this team, Patrick? Obviously, there's still time between now and the Tour, so things can change. Like, just because you put the team down now doesn't mean that's it, because, yeah, it's not confirmed anyway, the team. But who would you kind of throw in the mix here? Obviously, I think Adam Yates has to go. He's brilliant. There's no Juan Ayuso here, but I think we'll touch on that in transfer talks. And yeah, Joao Almeida was very strong last year, finishing 4th and being in the services of Pogacar and being very strong this year.
I think they include everybody that I would send. Obviously, it's a list of 9 riders there that you read out, so one person on there isn't going to be on there. But taking a look at the rest of their team that they could send, obviously there's the ones who went to the Giro, so I'm kind of disregarding some of those, but maybe like Grosjean, I might be tempted to include in a long list. Obviously, Micah went to the Giro, but he's usually quite reliable to throw in there as well, but it just depends whether he's recovered enough or not. I wouldn't include like a Milano or the Oliveira brothers, like that sprinting lead out. You just can't. You need every man for the GC aspirations. But then other than that, it's really like a Florian Vermeersch or a Bjerg, like you say. But that's kind of like, do you take them or do you take Pollitt or Vellens? You know, they're all good. And I don't see a particular like advantage for one over the other. I think they're all just very good choices to have as that ruler to guide them through tricky scenarios, to go get beat-ons and stuff like that. So I think we've got a team which I would probably send. I'm not sure which of those 9 riders I wouldn't choose, though. I think that's
Mark Soler.
I was actually thinking Soler. He didn't look very good in the Dauphiné. Like, he was in the wheels, like he was 3rd in line or something. He was going to have to do a turn and he was already cooked. So I would probably say Soler, but does that make the team a little bit flat focused to you. I mean, well, you got out of no, you got Almeida, Adam Yates, and Sivakov as your mountain support. Velens, Narvaez, Novak, and Pollitt as your Pollitt's like a pure kind of rouleur, let's say, but he was also climbing very well in the Dauphiné. Velens was climbing very good in the Dauphiné too. Narvaez, I like just as a punchy guy to really set up that first week. I think like a lot of those Mur de Bretagne sort of stages, you're going to need Velens and Narvaez to really light things up. It's things which somebody like a Yates and Almeida just don't have that snap to really put people in the red. I think they're better on a longer climb. So I think without Soler, that would probably be my ideal team for Pogacar. And I think that would be a hard team to match.
Yeah, you actually made a good point with Florian Bemesh as well. But Nils Pollitt and Tim Wellens, as you said, have also looked very strong. Obviously, Nils Pollitt was absolutely insane last year. So I don't think you can't not take him. Yeah, I think, like you said, this is a very strong team. Have you got all bases covered here with this team? Is there anything you can throw at them that you've got the high mountains, obviously, with the climbers? Should be fine. Medium mountains, fine as well. Time trial. Even if there was a team time trial, I think they would be fine. Or maybe not. Team time trial, would that be a weak team here?
I think it would be a little bit of a weak team for a team time trial. Yeah, like you'd have Almeida, Poggy, Pollitt, Velens. But I think, other things, they generally don't do that great in a team time trial for some reason. But I think they do have all bases covered. They've got the high mountains, like you say, with Almeida, Yates, Sivakov. Medium mountains with Velens, Narvaez, Novak. And then your rouleur is Pollitt. But you could also throw Velens in there and Narvaez and Novak because they're all versatile. So I think, you got everything covered there, which is ultimately what you want. No gaps in the armor, no weaknesses, just an absolute fortress around your main man.
Well, we might as well come to our prediction. And maybe this should be, is he going to win? And where's the second place rider of their team going to come?
Okay. I think, Pogacar wins. I think Almeida will be the second highest. It's not a particularly hot take. He was last year. I keep thinking back to that 2023, when Yates was on the podium. And I think, obviously, at the time of this recording, we don't know the result. We've only had the first stage of the Tour de Suisse. So we don't know how Almeida, if he crashes or anything, obviously this is going to be null. I think that Almeida will finish. I think he finishes third.
Fair enough. I mean, Redcra has looked not the best in the Dauphiné, but I mean, he finished 8th last year in the Dauphiné and went on to finish third. So who knows? Okay, I'll go different. Well, okay, I'll say he won't win because Rainbow Jersey, Dauphiné curse. And then we get Adam Yates in 5th place, just to cover all bases.